Welcome back to another video and another part of What If Naruto was the reincarnation of the Sage of Six Paths redo part 4, I think. Before the video starts, I just want to say Discord is up for grabs, so if you haven't looked into it already, be sure to join. Anyways, let's get into the video. So in the last part, Naruto joined the academy, along with Sasuke, Tsuki, Fu, and Gaara. They all became very close friends, especially, Naruto. Everyone was friends with Naruto, and over the course of about 2 years in the academy, Naruto developed a little bit of a crush on Fu, and little did he know, Fu already had a crush on him. And that's not going to be touched on for a little while, but it's a start of a romance, which will last for quite a long time, much longer than they had expected. But first, we cut to the last day of the academy. Well, rather the second last, since this is the passing exam to become Genin, and the last day truly is meeting their new senseis. So Gaara comes up. He does a sand clone. Interesting choice, but he passes. Fu does a water clone. Again, she passes. Naruto does about 5 shadow clones. Very impressive, Naruto. He passes. And Tsuki and Sasuke both do a few normal clones. Then there is another special test for this year, especially, which the Kage decided to make. And that is a free test. Meaning that whatever skill the Genin might want to show off, or rather the future Genin might want to show off, they have the ability to. And so, whatever they might want to do, they can do it. If jutsu or not, it's their choice. So Gaara shows off his sand manipulation and shows his ultimate defense, whilst having a Chunin sensei throw a kunai at him, and without him having to move a muscle, the sand blocks all the attacks. Very impressive. 10 out of 10. Then it's Fu's turn. She is not quite sure what she wants to do yet, but then she gets an idea, as she got a little bit of humor from Naruto. So she decided she's gonna make a wave of water and have it splash all of the senseis. And then she's gonna have a big laugh. At least that's what she was planning on. However, in the middle of the wave, whilst the wave was going towards the senseis, and as well as the Hokage, as Minato, of course, as the Hokage, was watching the academy students and assessing their power. However, then it suddenly seemed to stop, as if there was an invisible wall there. And nobody was quite sure why that happened, as they could see that Fu had executed her ninjutsu quite perfectly, and the Chunin or the Hokage didn't set anything up to prevent attacks to hit them. So what was going on? But Naruto didn't look surprised. Naruto, do you know what happened? I'll tell you later. Okay. Oh, it's your turn, Naruto. Tsuki got a 7 out of 10, which means she still passes. Anything above a 5 passes. It's Naruto. Then, suddenly, in the air, you see red and blue small droplets of chakra form into a larger sphere of black death. However, Naruto at the same time stretches out his hands, and suddenly blue chakra seems to swirl up, as Minato recognizes this as a Rasengan, but it wasn't like the one he taught him. This Rasengan was completely different. Well, not completely, but it seemed to be a Rasengan with mini Rasengans inside of it, and it was much larger than Minato could ever do. Was this because of the Nine Tails, Minato thought? That's weird. As Naruto then seemed to clap. He put his hands together as if clapping or praying. And then he also ate the black sphere of death in front of his face. When suddenly, after what seemed like a growl from his stomach, Naruto reopened his mouth, and suddenly a large beam of light stretched out from Naruto at the forest, which was beside the academy building, and destroyed dozens of trees. What? As all the Chunin looked very surprised, as even for them that would be hard to pull off with a single jutsu, and Naruto stood there as if it took no chakra to do that, even though Minato knew that not only did Naruto do 2 Rasengan, but he did large Rasengans plus an extra attack, which seemed weird, but it seemed familiar to Minato for some reason. I've seen that attack once before. Where was it? I can't pinpoint it. So anyways, they all pass, well, the ones that we care about, of course. And everyone's happy. And again, there's a party to celebrate everyone becoming Genin. Gaara, Fu are invited. Of course, Kankuro and Temari also tag along. Fu sadly doesn't have anybody there with her, but Naruto and Gaara are kind of like family for her now, so she's still happy nonetheless. And of course, Tsuki and Sasuke are there with Fugaku, Minato, and Itachi, and Shisui, the legend, is sadly not there this time. Yeah, I know, it's a little sad, but anyways. Of course, Naruto, Kurui, his little sister, and Minato and Kushina are of course there, which they're of course hosting the party, as they always do. Naruto say, what was that jutsu, or what were those jutsus that you used before? They look like the Rasengan, but it wasn't the one that I showed you. Oh, well, it's a little hard to explain. Wait, give me 1 second. As Naruto quickly rushes up to his room, goes inside, locks the door, and quickly goes into his mindscape without anybody noticing. What is it, Ataru? What is it, Naruto? Ataru, I have a question. Yeah? Can I tell them? Well, you can. It's your choice, but just know that if you do, things won't be the same as they were. Things will change. Okay. I'm willing to take that risk. Okay then. It's up to you. Thank you. Oh, and Naruto, one last thing. Yeah? As we then cut back to Naruto, who is rushing back down the stairs into the room, but something was different about him. Naruto? What is that on your shoulder? Minato asked. Naruto. I told you no pets! As Kushina got really angry and her hair started to float. And Minato just looked very scared at her. Oh, Naruto, now you made Mom angry, Kuri added. Oh, come on. He's not a pet. What is he then? Can I introduce? This is my friend slash brother, Ataru, the 13-tailed wolf. Wait, now that you mention it, he does have 13 tails, but what? How does that make any sense? He seems so small and cute, but why does he have 13 tails? And what kind of animal is that? As I said, it's a wolf. Tsuki, that's pretty obvious, is it not? Yeah, but what about the tails? Oh boy. Ataru, take the lead. It would be my honor, as a deep voice says. Hello, Fourth Hokage. It is I, Ataru, the 13-tailed wolf, the one who reigns about all. Naruto? Yeah, Dad? Did that thing just talk? Yeah. Well, are you gonna answer it or no? Nice to meet you, I guess. Who are you specifically? And what did you mean by the one that reigns above all? Oh, well, I mean the tailed beasts as well as the humans. Tailed beasts, but humans? Wait. But none of the tailed beasts exist any longer except for the nine-tails. Now that's where you're wrong. What do you mean? The tailed beasts did not die or perish as you might think. Wait, what happened then? Minato asked. They simply were transferred to a new host. A new jinchurki, as you might say. How would you know? Well, I've met them, of course. And as I told you, I reign above all. Okay, so what can you tell me specifically? Who is that jinchuriki? Wait, how can they all be inside of one jinchuriki? That doesn't even make sense. Well, for the Hokage, you see your son over there. Yeah, what about him? Don't you dare hurt him. Oh, why would I hurt him? I could have done that already 12 years ago. Wait, 12 years ago, but that was. But you're not the Ninetales, are you? No, I'm not. But if you want to call it that, you could call me his older brother. Naruto's stomach growls. You see? That was him. Wait, what? So now they're all shivering in fear. Do you want to say that again? Like the Ninetales? The QB that attacked all those years ago? Precisely. The QB Nayoko, the nine-tailed beast. What do you mean by older brother? You truly are Naruto's father. Always so many questions. There's nothing to say. I'm his older brother. I don't know what to tell you. But that's not possible because he's what? A tailed beast? So you don't think of him as an organism, a living being? Well, no, that's not it. But what? How are you his brother? I see. So, if that's what you're wondering, no, we're not biological brothers. But we have the same father. The Sage of Six Paths created us long ago, splitting us from the Ten Tails. Pardon. As I'm the good half of the Ten Tails, and the bad was sealed inside of the moon. Wait, what? 10 tails? But there's only nine-tailed beasts. You know what? Here. Naruto, lift your hand up. Okay. Now touch your father's shoulder. Okay. As Minato closes his eyes, but he didn't want to do that. It just happened. Naruto showed Minato the past of the Ten Tails and Hagoromo sealing the Ten Tails and Kaguya inside the moon, all in fast-paced, whilst in real life only a few seconds passed. However, Minato had gained knowledge about everything that happened 1,000 years ago. Now do you understand, Dad? That's you? Kind of. All tailed beasts were sealed inside of Naruto due to the Sage of Six Paths, Hagoromo, our father, believing and knowing that Naruto is the child of prophecy, the blue-eyed boy that will unite all tailed beasts and bring peace to this world. The child of prophecy, the one Jiraiya-sensei talked about. Precisely. The Toad legacy was not lost, as Hagoromo is the one that first went to Mount Miyaboku and learned Sage Mode, as you call it. Wait, so he was a Sage user as well? Well, of course. Why do you think people call him the Sage of Six Paths? I've never thought of that. As Naruto's sweat drops. You know, for being Hokage, sometimes you're really stupid. Well, I'm your dad, Naruto. You better show her some respect. Guys, you know we're still here, right? As about cut to about half an hour later, when everything was explained to everybody. And Fu gathers her courage and says, Naruto, so can you really talk to them? Yeah, I can talk to them. Why are you asking? Which tailed beast did I have? To my knowledge, you had Chome, as Minato was thinking of having Kakashi be Naruto sensei because they had a pretty close bond, kind of like brothers, since Kakashi was often around the Namikaze house. And before Naruto was born, Minato kind of saw Kakashi as somewhat of a son, as did Kushina. However, since yesterday, Minato had to overthink his decision, as now when he learned that Naruto was the jinchurki of all tailed beasts, he wanted Kushina to be his sensei. Why her, you might be asking? Well, simple. She's a Uzumaki seal master. Wasn't super long, but I just really needed this episode to go through with the character interaction and so on. So I hope you still enjoyed. Make sure to like, subscribe, see ya, join the Discord.